Hello, Pally. I'm Anushka Sharma. Today is Monday, April 30th, 2018, and InFocus starts right now. When acts are coming up, we go over ticket prices. A man with a rare disease is on death row, and North Korea is planning to close its main nuclear test site this month. All that and more coming up in today's show. Let's get started with our daily pick. We'd like to thank Lisa Pocadima for sending today's daily pick our way. And remember, anyone can send in a daily pick. Simply tweet it to us at Pally InFocus. Today's pick shows a member of Pally's K-pop team, captioned, "Hyped up with love after our great performance." Today's bulletin is short, so let's get right started. Pally Theater is hosting their annual one-act showcase from May 3rd through 5th at 7:30 p.m. in the Performing Arts Center. Tickets are $5 for students and $10 for adults, and tickets must be paid for cash. Doors open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 7:30. Another college fair is taking place this week. This time, the WACA College Fair is offering a chance to meet one-on-one with college representatives who can answer questions. This event takes place this Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at West Valley College in Saratoga. Pre-register at the link on the screen and select the Saratoga location and pick Register Now. Then print your personal barcode for your favorite colleges to scan, freeing up your time to visit more college reps. Moving on now from what happened today in history to what's happening around the world, topping today's headlines. The Supreme Court has agreed to take up the case of a man on death row. Russell Bucklew claims his execution would be likely cause him needless suffering because of a rare disease he has called carnivorous hemangiomas. In court papers, lawyers for Bucklew say the disease is progressive and has caused unstable blood-filled tumors to grow in his head, neck, and throat. They say an expert concluded that if Bucklew were to undergo lethal injection, he is highly likely to experience an excruciating pain of prolonged suffocation. Lawyers for the state dispute the findings. North Korea plans to close its main nuclear test site in May. That's according to a senior South Korean spokeswoman. The announcement comes after a historic meeting between the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and South Korean leader President Moon Jae-in on Friday. The pair met in the demilitarized zone between the two countries, the first time the leaders have talked in person since 2007. During the meeting, both leaders issued a statement calling for an official end to the Korean War and issued a commitment to denuclearize the peninsula. Kim Jong-un also reportedly announced plans to invite South Korea and United States experts into the country soon, as well as changing Pyongyang's time zone by half an hour to align with Seoul time. The tinder fire burning near Happy Jack, Arizona has grown to 8,000 acres. Residents nearby are being urged to evacuate. Fire officials say about 500 personnel and crew have been battling the blaze. The cause is not yet clear. Make the lie big, make it simple. Keep saying it, and eventually they will believe it. In 1945, Adolf Hitler commits suicide in Berlin. Let's talk about that in today's edition of Today in History. Berlin, Germany, Hitler commits suicide by cyanide capsule. Hitler was known for committing countless acts against humanity, such as the mass genocide of Jewish people in Germany. Cooper Kim is in the studio with all the latest in sports news.
Thanks, Anushka. Our Vice played well this weekend with the girls' varsity lacrosse team beating Saratoga on Friday by a score of 15-5. Unfortunately, on the same day, the boys' varsity volleyball team lost to Gunn by a score of 3-0. On Saturday, the varsity baseball team beat Mountain View by a score of 4-1. Unfortunately, many games were not reported, so be sure to remind your coaches to report the scores next time. There are many games coming up today. Starting with JV softball heading to Cupertino at 4, varsity softball will also play Cupertino at home at 4 as well. All the lacrosse teams will be playing today, starting with boys JV, which will take on Los Gatos for an away game at 5:30. Girls JV will stay here to take on Sacred Heart at 5:30. Boys varsity teams will also head to Los Gatos to take on them at 7. And finally, the girls varsity team will play Sacred Heart at 7 for a home game. That is all for me. Back to you.
Thanks, Cooper. Now it's time to find out who our birthday boys and girls are for today. InFocus wishes a very happy birthday to Khadija Abid, Alexandra Moffett, and Allison Moo. Well, that does it for today's episode. Be sure to visit our website to check out old episodes, check the bulletin, or send us an email. Until next time, have a great day, Pally.